Good evening. This is HNN. The Holotable News Network is your not even remotely close to around the clock Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes news, reviews, theory crafting, and more source. I'm Sir Georges, your host, and today we're joined by my distinguished co-host, Celiac Sarah.
How are you?
Great. Mostly because, in my experience, Kenobi has not been the greatly feared doomsday of the arena.
Yeah. I think that seems to be everyone's experience so far.
So, perhaps he's more well balanced than we thought.
I'm not mad about that.
Yeah, me neither. But from what I've seen so far, he's still a very cool galactic legend. So our headlines will be new title update that added a few new features, a change to the galactic legend battles that you experience and the rewards that they give, and then a minor title update with bug fixes.
It's pretty light.
And then I would add talking about the raid potential of Jedi Master Kenobi.
Yeah, I'm curious on your thoughts about that.
Yeah, because
I'm sure you have thoughts.
one of our viewers did share with us a cool video of, I think it was the playbook guy who accidentally soloed the Sith raid with Master Kenobi. And it was pretty cool.
It's not a bad thing. I mean, I'm intrigued, so we'll get into it.
It was pretty cool. So, first, let's go over the title update.
Yeah. I think this was mainly just a, looks update.
Right.
They didn't really add anything crazy new. Do you like the title update?
This is the one with the squad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad we're talking about this. It's been a while. Felt like this came out a long time ago already.
It was last week because it came out during the last phase of territory battles. And fun fact, it broke the cam mission.
Yes, that's right.
It cost us a couple of shards.
Okay, let's go over this update. And then each of us will have to give our opinion on it. And we'll compare the reactions.
All right.
So the title update was mostly about squad management.
Yeah.
So the squad tools, they say that they've upgraded it so that the inventory screen, so when you're just looking at your characters, has received a visual update, and with several tabs on the left-hand side to assist you in finding and arranging your squads. It does definitely look more advanced.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yep.
They basically moved it from the top to the left. That's what they did.
Yes.
And they made some cosmetic updates.
I'm already getting the impression that Sarah has to be very careful about any positive responses she gives to this update.
I don't so just looking at the character screen. This is it's such a first world problem, but the equipped gear is now just a check mark. So if I want to scroll to quickly see who has a med pack that I can craft or whichever, I can't do that.
Before?
You could see the rough outline of what it was. And I don't. It's fine. You can still see it when you go into the character, but when you're just quickly scrolling, you don't see it.
It was too small before. I could never even read that.
I just don't like that it's check marks.
Yeah.
That's my main gripe.
Then they added that what we just mentioned was just cosmetically. Did I cut you off? Did I cut you off?
Oh no, I was just gonna say they added like a little ships button, but really they didn't add a ships button.
I know. I'm so upset. We'll get to that.
So, yeah.
So from their post, the next thing they said was how they added a recommended tab. So this is new. What we just talked about was just cosmetically. Now there's a new recommended tab, which will give you squad recommendations, which is pretty nice. This does help players.
Yeah, and I actually noticed. So at first I was like, "Oh, this isn't going to help me," and then I noticed it actually has my like the tunes that you need to get Beskar Mando. Since I haven't finished the event yet, it has them there as a recommended squad for me. So like it knows.
Right. Oh, that's cool. That's
yeah,
cool.
And I was like, "Oh, this isn't going to be useful for me. Like, what are you going to tell me to do?" And I was like, "Oh yeah."
Right. Yeah. In the picture that they've given us, they say Clash on Camino. In the journey guide, you'll need this team to beat one of the phases for General Skywalker's requirements. So they tell you each phase, the matches you're going to go up, the characters that you have to bring in, here are the squads that you can get ready knowing. Yeah, that's pretty good.
And it looks like they've done the same thing with Jedi Knight Luke. And you can't see it, but there is one there that says this squad can be used to obtain C-3PO. So they've definitely added. I think that's pretty valuable.
I think so too. That's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Then the next section is that so we could have tabs before. The tabs have been moved, but now another new feature is that you can copy teams, move the squads to another tab, which before it was really frustrating. You'd have to create the same team in multiple places or create a new tab and have to go through and look at your old tab. Because like, let's say you wanted to do a Grand Arena. You just had one tab before. You put all your teams, but now you're like, okay, I need a defense tab and an offense tab. Well, you'd have to start fresh. But now you can actually just copy. You also can name teams now.
Yeah. I don't know if I will use that, but I think that might be handy for some specific scenarios.
I like it a lot.
Yeah. I think it'll be handy for like specific counters and like just like things that you're not going to remember why you saved that for, like at least for me.
Yes, I agree. I have not used it yet.
Me neither.
But I'm very happy it's there. Because I think it's really cool. Because now you can have a raid team and name it in the game. You can have a team that's like specifically a counter, like you just said. So you could name it like this Jedi Knight Revan lead with Jedi Master Luke. You could just name it Supreme Leader Kylo counter. Slicker counter.
Yeah.
So you don't have to wonder, what was I thinking with this team? What purpose did this serve in the past?
Exactly.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. That's a nice little update. I like that they added that.
And then they've got like a show mods toggle, which I kind of like.
Yeah, I think it's better than before.
Yeah, because then you can quickly go back and forth. Especially if you're, I think it doesn't matter if you're looking at characters or your squads, it'll be helpful either way. So.
Yeah, before you had to look at all the characters' mods from the inventory screen. But now you can look at just an individual team's mods. Is that what the benefit is?
Yeah.
When I read it, I thought like you could do that before. I don't get it. What's the big deal?
I think it's specifically for the squads. I never used, so like I had the squads, like the squad loadouts built, but I never really managed it from the inventory screen. Like I just would build them so that I could quickly select it for a raid or for territory battles or whichever.
Yeah.
I never really managed the modding of them or anything like that through the inventory screen. So somebody will have to correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm assuming that wasn't there before from the squad management.
I don't think so. Yeah. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it's much quicker.
Yeah, totally.
Like I pulled it up just now. Before, if you ever wanted to switch to mods, it would take a long time. I'd have to scroll through the entire inventory.
Mm-hmm.
But now, each squad, you can just like, okay, is this squad ready to go? Hit show mods. And you can see this one squad, what all the modding is. That's pretty nifty. That's pretty good.
Yeah. And it'll be good to, I always use this example, but the cam mission, you can quickly look at your squad, see if you have your mods on, right? Like you can very quickly, I know I'm so predictable, but you can very quickly like see that like, yes, you did it. You know, somebody's not missing an arrow or something.
Right.
So
in the picture of the example they got, it's like, oh no, what they call the scary team, which is the Darth Revan squad. Neither Darth Revan nor Bastilla have any mods on them.
It's not that scary.
It's like, oh no.
At least Bastilla has an arrow though.
She does.
Yeah.
For territory war attack as well. You can't even change that. Doesn't help you to know it now.
No.
Everything's been locked in.
You're screwed now. Oh man. They did so like I think people really got excited because they have this like ships button below the squads.
I got excited.
Right? So everyone got so excited because they're like, oh, there's ships. We're going to get ships loadouts. But in the old one, you could get to ships through the inventory. There just was no visible button that said ships. Right. You just hit the little arrow at the top.
There was a secret arrow button.
There was a secret arrow that we learned about live.
It's been there since the game started, yes.
Yeah. So I feel like that's just their way of getting rid of the arrow.
Yeah. It's really dumb. It's really dumb.
I know. But everyone thought we were going to get ship loadouts.
Of course. It's obvious. It's obvious.
I know.
Yeah. When we talk about our opinions, we're just reading through it right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm soured on the entire thing because we don't have ship loadouts.
I know.
Like the entire thing, I'm like, screw this. Go back to the way it was before. You guys did nothing to help us out.
Mm-hmm. There was this meme I saw. I'm gonna have to find it and post it in our Discord server, unless it was posted there, and that's where I saw it. I can't remember. But it was like a little thing of like CG giving us this title update that we didn't ask for, and it was like this little guy in the pool swimming well, and then this kid drowning who was not drowning, but like splashing, like he was about to go under. And it was something about like asking for ship loadouts, and then the drowned skeleton at the bottom of the pool was like mace rework.
That's funny.
So the ship loadouts, they gotta happen.
Yeah.
Eventually.
That's a good point. Let's I want to take that tangent a little bit.
Yeah.
So they released Jedi Master Kenobi.
Mm-hmm.
They've said nothing about any reworks.
Mm-hmm.
Major missed opportunity.
Yeah.
Reworks were some of the most fun updates the game had.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got to be over a year since we had our last one.
Who was the last rework?
The last one I remember is Tarkin.
Tarkin got a rework?
Yeah, he got Zetas.
How do I not remember this?
And it was with the Empire, like a slight Empire rework. Because they didn't do any with Galactic Republic.
Who? Oh, didn't was it the Stormtrooper that got like a little like a mini rework slash?
Yeah, I think that was about the same time. They had a little Empire focus, maybe a year or two ago.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think they did any Galactic Republic. Because people wanted a Mace rework. Did they do any kind of rework when they did the Mace? When we expected a Mace rework?
I don't think so. Because we did not. Like, I think the running joke was that we got Jedi Knight Luke, and then.
Yeah. Which
that
Jedi
was
Knight
the Mace
Luke was how
rework.
long ago?
I mean.
It was at least a
Jedi
year.
Knight Luke.
Because he's in the Journey.
He was
guide.
a year. Yeah, exactly. He was a year this month. So. I don't know the last time we got a rework.
So at least a year and a half since we've had any reworks.
A notable rework, I should say.
Yeah.
There's probably been little slight ones here and there, but.
And Mace Windu, if you're going to do Jedi Master Kenobi, and if you're going to put the focus back on the Clone Wars prequel era, this is the time. Give Mace Windu a rework.
I think the fact that we haven't gotten it, like that ship has sailed. We're not getting it. It's done.
Right. But they said they're doing a focus right now on Clone Wars content.
Which is kind of weird to me because then, hot tip for those of you who didn't watch this, there was a stream last weekend, the weekend before. I can't remember. One of those weekends. It was like a fundraiser for Mini Snowwalker for St. Jude's.
That's right. Yeah.
And Crumb was on it. And he did not backtrack on their shipload of content comment in the road ahead. He said shipload is still, full steam ahead. However, he did say that for the next year and a half, the content that will be released, characters and stuff like that, will be coming from the shows and movies that are released. So, Bad Batch, Ahsoka, Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett, like all that is where we're going to be getting our content from. So I don't think we're going to be getting much Clone Wars stuff after this Galactic Legend.
Right.
After this duo. This is it.
Chance.
They're gonna wrap it all up, put it aside, and then it's gonna go straight to the shows.
Yeah, this is the last chance.
So, yeah,
like all of the Galactic Republic Jedi, with Jedi Master Kenobi entering the game, this is the time to give them all little touch-ups. Doesn't have to be a lot. Just make it. Barris, like she gets something to where she's not just doing her basic and then has a passive heal. Make her more useful. Do something with these Galactic Republic Jedi so that they're not all useless. You don't have to go all the way back to Jedi Knight Guardian or Kit Fisto.
Right.
But the popular ones like Plo Koon, Ayla Secura, Mace Windu.
Ayla would be nice.
Do something for him.
Yeah. Oh well. Poor guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
This other thing that they did in this title update is they added a leader synergy indicator. So you now can see, I guess, if your squad has synergy with your leader, if you didn't know if your squad had synergy.
I like this. You
like this?
I think this is a good one.
I saw this and then I went into the game and I didn't really think anything of it. And I was like, what is this bubble? Why do my characters have these bubbles lit up? Like, what's happening? It's fine. I don't think it's crazy.
Especially for people that don't like to read. This is helpful. Like trying to keep up with all the different kits.
That is true. And it does do a little like synopsis. So it doesn't say.
Right. It tells you why you are.
Yeah. It'll say like Jedi or Old Republic or whatever.
Yeah. I think it's cool. I think it's it's helpful. And if the leadership has more than one part to it, then each character will have like a 1 out of 2 or 2 out of 2. Like it meets these requirements. So let's see, if you do like a Jedi Master Luke, our Jedi Knight Luke lead, you know, where it excludes Jedi Knight Revan and Old Republic, then you can see where they aren't getting the boost. Or like a Jedi Knight Revan lead where...
Right. It's Jedi
and Old Republic. Yeah. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is true.
In fact, I would like them to expand it, include the unique stuff. Like this character has unique... Like the Ki-Adi-Mundi, his unique gives everybody buffs if everyone is Galactic Republic. So you could have a little 0 out of 1 and be like, what's this buff I'm missing? And it could tell you you need to have all Galactic Republic Jedi.
Well, and there is enough room. You could add another little bubble.
That's right. Yeah. Put 2 or 3 bubbles down there. Yeah.
Just add all the bubbles and it'll be fine. It won't be crowded at all.
For real. For real. I think it'd be good. I like it. I think that'd be a good addition. So
I think this was setting up for a lot of like future stuff. Maybe.
Hopefully.
Yeah, maybe I'm being hopeful, but
it is out of left field, and it is a cool visual update. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I agree.
And then the last change they made was updates to the search tool, they said. And the main thing is that now when you click on a character, before it would show you the tags that they have. Like Grandmaster Yoda is a light side support, leader, Jedi, Galactic Republic. You can now click on each of those individually and look at everybody that meets that
criteria.
Yeah.
That's smart.
That's awesome. That saves a lot of time going back to your inventory. Because if you read an ability, like this one helps all Galactic Republic with Jedi Master Kenobi's lead. It's like, well, who all is Galactic Republic? Just one click brings you to it now.
What would be awesome is if they added it kind of like when you're filtering on a website in general, if you could add multiple filters. So if you could do Galactic Republic and Jedi,
yes,
and you have to meet both of those criteria to be shown.
That would be good.
Right? Like that'd be awesome.
That would be good. That would be good.
Maybe that's coming in the future.
Hopefully.
Maybe that's why they revamped the search tool.
Hopefully. Kind of odd to add this update without many actual improvements.
Yeah, it just seems like it's like a base, and then they'll go from there.
Maybe.
For now, we'll see.
Okay, do you like it or dislike it?
It's growing on me. So I'm getting, this is the thing, is I feel like we just need to get used to a new update, and eventually we will forget what the old one looked like.
I've already forgotten.
You've already forgotten. It's gone.
I miss it, but I don't remember what it was.
Yeah. So I feel like we'll get used to it. It's fine. It's just a different layout that I need to get used to. So we'll see.
Okay, I got 3 gripes.
Okay, three. Oh man, my gripe is the check mark.
Yeah, no, that wasn't even one of them for me. I got 3 gripes. So I'll say a positive thing first. It does look more high tech.
Yeah.
So it does look cleaner, and each character looks better. They're bigger. So it looks more dramatic, more bold. It looks cooler. I'll give him that. Okay, first gripe is that you cannot tell now whether a character has been used or not while looking at your squads. So if you're in Grand Arena or Territory War and you can't use any of the characters as part of a squad, they all look the same.
That's not good.
It doesn't have like a red outline letting you know.
Or doesn't like fade them out or something like.
Right.
Now,
yeah, you didn't notice that?
I didn't do my battles in Grand Arena, and I conveniently forgot to join Territory War this week.
Wow.
So I've been doing nothing. I did not notice that.
Yes.
Obviously.
It's a big deal. It's a big deal.
Oh, that's not good.
Now, that one issue, though, they did say is a known bug, and they're going to fix that.
Okay.
So
that's promising.
Yeah, that was a big problem for me. But since they're fixing that can go a long way. Second issue would be that they made everybody bigger. So now you can't see nearly as many people.
Yeah.
I don't want
like that.
5 shown on the screen at one time. Whereas before it was like 9 or 10 for me.
Yeah.
And I could see 3 or 4 rows at one time. Now I have to scroll so far. And if you look at the squads, it's even worse than your inventory screen. You can only see 2 squads at one time.
Right. That's not good.
That's horrible.
Yeah. They should add like a little toggle button so that you can see like the expanded view of your squads where it shows each character.
Yeah, different
and then
sizes.
Maybe just like the leader or like something just to make it smaller so you could have like an overview that would let you see everything.
Yep.
Or at least let you see more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't like how small it is. And I was worried that Territory War or Grand Arena would switch just like this did. They haven't, which is good, because Territory War, I like being able to see 4 or 5 squads at one time to pick out which one to fight.
Yeah.
If I could only see 2 at one time and I had to scroll through 50 of them, and you check the mods on one of them and it resets you back to the top.
Yeah, that's gonna be annoying.
And you got to scroll all the way back through 2 squads at a time.
That's gonna get annoying real quick.
Yeah, but no, they kept the old look for those game modes. Just not your squad selection screen. So I wish it was like, different websites where they're like, we're switching to the new look. You can try it out now.
Right. Or you can keep using the old one for now.
Yeah, I just want to use the old look.
Yeah, but you will have to eventually accept this new look by X date. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. The bigness is bothering me. I also will agree with that. Mainly because I like to see, I put everything that I'm working on in my favorites. So my favorites tab is always giant because I cannot focus to save my life.
Yeah.
And I don't like that I can't see everyone in my favorites tab anymore.
Exactly.
I could if I only worked on one squad at a time, but that's not how I do things. So it's not ideal.
Yeah.
So that's the title update.
My third gripe. I have a third gripe.
Oh yeah.
The third one that destroyed the entire update for me.
Oh no.
Was that they have a ships tab, but no ship squads.
I hope that comes. Like, come on.
If you were going to tell me that you were going to update squad selection and your inventory, the only thing that I would have ever wanted was saved ship squads.
Yeah.
Why would you go through the effort to do all this other junk, but not allow us to have saved ships?
They know how much we want saved ships.
Because it's such a pain. I don't want to have to try and remember what was the exact 7 or 8 ships that I was going to put down.
Yeah. Or like which one is Wedge and which one is Biggs.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
Like, yeah. Hopefully, I'm really, really hoping it's coming because that will make things so much easier.
Because now if you fight a good fleet in Territory War or Grand Arena, you have to manually, like on paper, write down, this is the team I fought that was really good.
Right?
And then you have to remember it every single time you try to set your own defense.
Yeah. Because you can't save it.
Yeah.
I was going to say you could, I guess, make a weird, you wouldn't even be able to do this. You wouldn't even be able to make a weird character loadout because you can't have that many characters in a squad loadout.
True.
Like just to put the pilots in.
Right.
But then you get into ships that are pilotless.
Right.
Yeah.
I
was trying to think of a weird workaround and it didn't happen. I tried.
It was a noble effort, but
thank you.
Why come out with this update at all if you don't have that ship's feature ready yet?
Which is why this makes me think it is a stepping stone update.
I don't think so.
No?
No.
Oh man.
I'm
just being too naive.
And they're just lame.
I'm being too naive.
No, they're not. They don't. Once they touch something, they don't update it for years.
Oh man.
So we've had the same title character inventory since the start of the game. It's taken them 5 years to update it. We aren't going to see an update for another 3 to 5 years.
They gotta give us ship squads, and then I think ship squads would make this all better.
I'd be happy with this whole update if they had ship squads.
Yeah, I could deal with the bigness. I could deal with whatever. Ship squads. So, yeah, that's the title update that also, if you don't know this, everyone I feel like knows this, broke Stand Your Ground in the cam mission, and they have not fixed it yet.
Really? It's still not fixed? Well, it doesn't need to be fixed yet. They said it will be before the next Lightside TB.
They did say that, but it's still not fixed.
How do you know?
Because they haven't said it's fixed.
Until you do the mission, you don't know that it has or has not.
I know, but do you want to be the guinea pig? Do you want to be the guinea pig that goes in there and is like, okay, I'm going to use this, and you don't get protection back? So I feel like they would say it is because they've been saying in majority of their posts that they know that this is a known bug and it will be fixed and blah, 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 blah. And then they do a hot fix for something like some turret Grand Arena feat and then say nothing about Stand Your Ground.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
On to Master Kenobi, because he is now in the game and we're able to experience him and we can discuss him a bit more. An update that they had was that when you do the Galactic Legends, there's 6 tiers, and the first 3 tiers are for unlocking the character. The last 3 tiers are for getting the ultimate. But what they have been up to now really are the last 3 tiers. You get a title, you get an icon, and then the final one you have to do 10 times to get the ultimate. Now, with Jedi Master Kenobi's event, to which makes a lot more sense to me, to have you play 4, 5, and 6 equally, each of those will give away ultimate mats. And you're not just getting to that final tier. You're doing 4 of tier 4, 4 of tier 5, 4 of tier 6. Same energy needed to get the ultimate.
Same tickets.
Yeah, same. Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah. Same tickets. Same 10 or
It'll be 12 now.
It'll be 12, but it's still the same amount of currency and attempts needed. Same attempts needed. So it was 10 for tier 6 before, plus the 2 useless tiers.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's just 4, 4, 4, 12 useful tier attempts.
I actually like this change. I don't have a problem with it. Yeah. Everyone was, I feel like, I don't know for you, but like my situation.
Yeah.
I don't know what the word is I'm looking for. My experience with like the people who read this and commented on it was outrage.
What?
Yeah, they were like, I was like, it's the same tickets and it's the same amount of battles.
It changes nothing.
It changes nothing. It doesn't it just doesn't change anything. So, I think it's fine. Like, and for me personally, like I've always thought tiers 4 and 5 were completely useless. I was like, cool, I'm gonna go get a portrait now. I don't want to spend 70 tickets to go get a portrait.
Right.
I want to spend 70 tickets for an ultimate match. Like, so yeah, I think this was a very smart move.
I agree.
So
I agree.
Not mad.
Because it doesn't change anything.
No.
It's still on your final attempt of tier 6, you'll finally get the 10th ultimate mat and get to use it.
Yep. Yeah.
It doesn't change anything.
Nothing has been changed.
I'm sure that they'll give an icon and a title somehow throughout the event still.
Mm-hmm. Dar's saying it was done solely because people had 10 ultimate mats saved up and this made them go farm more to finish him off. I could see that, but you're only farming 2 more. You don't need to get all the way to tier 6 to do it. You're going to do it in tier 4, get 2 wins, and throw the ultimate on them. So, like, I could see that argument, but
they had ultimate
don't know if that is
saved up.
So like you could farm the ultimate for Jedi Master Luke is the most common one, and then not give it to him, and you have the mats ready. So for instance, if I hadn't give Jedi Master Luke his ultimate, when I unlocked Slicker, I would have been able to give him the ultimate right away. The problem with that, and I mean, I get it, but also I just don't like it because at the end of the day, you're going to have to farm the mats anyway. So now, like if I had used Jedi Master Luke's ultimate mats and gave them to Kylo, I'm going to have to do Kylo's event eventually to get the mats for Jedi Master Luke.
Right.
So it just...
You'd have to spend months ignoring the ultimate on one of your Galactic Legends.
Yeah.
What?
To put it on one...
I can't believe people did that.
To put it on one that is potentially coming.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Interesting. But and then there was a minor title update.
Yeah.
I didn't really see anything useful in there.
No. This one did mention the known issue about the characters not having the visual difference that you mentioned.
Good.
They actually just put out another post while we've been recording. I don't know if you've seen it.
I have not.
So they are aware of an unintended interaction involving Jedi Master Kenobi and Galactic Republic tanks, where the tanks will just gain infinite taunt and damage immunity.
How do you not see that coming?
Right? So apparently they are investigating, and at this time it is uncertain if we will need to take action to prevent the unintended interaction from occurring. So they do say, however, that outcome is a possibility. However, so they might not fix this. Is what I'm reading. They basically are going to monitor it and then decide if they want to fix it. Your face says it all. You're just so like not impressed. This is the thing, and I agree with you here when you were like, how did you not see this coming? If you have a galactic legend who is so obviously synergized with Galactic Republic and can force a taunt
with damage immunity,
how did you not notice that in your testing?
Right.
Because my common sense would go, I need all Galactic Republic or light side unaligned force user, whatever people, and I need a tank.
Right, exactly, yeah.
And my first thought would be, why don't I take General Kenobi in here? That sounds fun. He's a Galactic Republic and he's a tank and he's a Jedi, and let's just have fun here and call it a day. How do you not see that?
Or that you create a character's kit and you go, okay, as part of the kit, we're going to have damage immunity. Now, anytime we include damage immunity, we got to be careful that people can't permanently be damage immune.
Yeah.
But then they also put in the same character's kit that don't tanks just gain taunt for having protection?
I think so, if I remember his kit correctly, which would not surprise me if I don't, because it was a novel.
Yeah. I'm trying to find it.
Oh man. Yeah. So I just don't know how you don't see that at all in any testing.
Yeah, for real. I'm pretty sure it was in there. Okay, yeah. Okay. So his hello there move. The move itself says target other Galactic Republic ally, gains damage immunity for 1 turn. And I'm pretty sure I just saw it. I just saw where tanks taunt. I'm pretty sure it was that move.
Is it after his ultimate?
I don't think it has to do with his ultimate.
Or his ultimate has to do with critically hit or something.
I swear I just saw it. Okay. It's part of his leadership. I was wrong. Okay. His leadership, harmonious will, says that at the start of battle, if all allies are light side, then Galactic Republic allies can't be critically hit while they have protection up. And Galactic Republic tanks taunt for 2 turns at the start of each encounter. And when they lose taunt, they gain it for 2 turns if they have protection.
Yeah, this is a really weird phrasing.
Right. So you've got tanks here that have permanent taunts so long as they have protection. They can't be critically hit. And if you use the hello there move, then they have damage immunity.
So you will never eat through the protection.
But it is a 5-turn cooldown. So, okay, do we know how it's been an issue so far?
I don't. I haven't seen it. I just saw the post come through. So I'm just curious.
Yeah. I mean, it will be really annoying for a single turn, but it's only 1 turn of damage immunity. Hopefully it doesn't break things. I don't know. Yeah, that is something I'm glad they're taking a look at. I have fought 2 teams with Jedi Master Kenobi, both with the ultimates. So they must have done that, store them up and use them later idea.
Yeah. Or they hoarded energy like crazy.
Right. And I was surprised but they weren't super hard to defeat. So
what was the squad makeup that you saw?
The squad makeup was... Now, I definitely had to consciously fight them, whereas I usually do auto battles.
Mm-hmm.
But the squad makeup, the leader... It looks like people aren't leaving it in on defense.
I don't think it's holding.
So here's one. Jedi Master Kenobi, General Skywalker, General Kenobi, Grandmaster Yoda, and Ahsoka Tano.
Okay.
And they're at 21.
Yeah, so it's definitely not holding.
And that's the first one I saw starting from 1.
I haven't fought it yet. I've seen one in my squad arena, and it has a cam on it. So I don't know if that makes it hold better.
No way.
I'm assuming it's fine because I haven't seen anyone in our shard chat asking him to like take mods off or anything like that.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's fine. Like people are getting around it, no problem.
The main one I saw the fought was Master Kenobi, Master Yoda, General Skywalker, Ahsoka Tano, and Ki-Adi-Mundi.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's just a 6-star Gear 12 Ki-Adi-Mundi, but they're at 46 now rank.
Wow.
When I know that they were at first for their payout.
So they're falling.
That's crazy.
That's a pretty big drop. First 46.
Yeah.
So there is definitely, I think, obviously a squad makeup that has not been tested, and maybe that includes Cat, and maybe it doesn't.
Exactly. Yeah. I was gonna say that too.
Yeah.
I think that there's two developments that need to be done to make him work. Somebody just did something, so thank you for whoever donated or subscribed. I got a fancy ring on my computer, but I didn't see the pop-up. I'm sorry. Where were we?
Testing the 2 possible squad makeups. So one with Cat, I think, is going to happen.
Yes. So once we get Ki-Adi-Mundi and the new Ahsoka Tano, those are going to change everything. So Ahsoka being on the squad will give Master Kenobi plus 50% offense and crit damage. He's already a heavy hitter. You add that. You add 50% health and defense to him when he is sharing his protection up.
Yeah.
Because I think the protection up he gives teammates is based on his health.
And he's going to share his mastery.
Right. And then if they are currently fewer allies than enemies, then the bonuses are increased for each Galactic Republic or Scoundrel ally. So then mid-match, you get through one of the tanks that was taunting for Kenobi, and you've suddenly powered him up even more.
Yeah. There's definitely, I think, a lot of potential still that we're not getting to see quite yet.
Yeah.
But I'm glad. I was genuinely worried when we read his kit.
For sure.
I was like, I'm screwed. So this is, for now, I'm a little bit relieved. We'll see how I feel in a month.
Yes, I'm very relieved. I think that he's still definitely a good team. I don't think I'd win if I put it on auto.
No.
I don't think people that get him have anything to worry about.
Yeah, I don't think you can go wrong.
It'll be worth it. It'll be worth it.
Totally agree there.
But I used Sith Eternal Emperor to defeat him.
Oh, and it worked okay?
It worked out just fine. Because once I was able to get my ultimate, it just destroyed 2 of his teammates. So it didn't matter whether I could critically hit them or whether they had damage immunity taunt. Once I was able to get my ultimate.
Yeah. 2 of them were gone.
Yeah.
Right.
So that helped out a lot. Then I also won with my Jedi Master Luke squad. The standard one with Jedi Knight Revan lead.
Okay, that's good to know. Maybe I'll try it tonight.
Yeah, that one I did not have an issue. I needed to make sure I got rid of the enemy General Skywalker first. Because I don't like him.
Yeah, I don't like him either.
Because of his cooldown increase.
And the armor shred?
Hits. Yeah, that too. But so as long as I kept him from ever being able to use his day's cooldown increase move, it wasn't bad.
I'm gonna hopefully try it tonight. We will see.
Yeah. I hope it stays not being that bad.
Yeah. For now.
Yeah. Well, I hope it does completely. I don't care for a new meta with him. Now, if I start dropping to the 40s and 50s again, then I might want him to be OP.
I think we're just gonna keep adding Galactic Legends to the mix.
Yeah, I like Darkseid more. I don't know why. So I'm fine with Kenobi not being OP, and then maybe the new Darkseid tune will be. Yeah.
You're hoping that he will be the one that like pulls out ahead and.
Yes, fallen Anakin, Lord Vader. That would be amazing.
That they've hinted at so heavily.
That would be amazing.
Oh man!
Even though it would go against, for him to be better than Kenobi, not quite the way it went in the movies.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Do you want to do I Love You, I Know? I feel like that's pretty much all we know about Kenobi right now.
Sure.
Until we get more squad makeups, I guess.
Yeah. The I Love You, I Know. I'll go ahead and go first. Is that...
Yeah.
Because I saw the video from the playbook on how Kenobi was able to solo the Sith raid. He had to go into Enrage multiple times. Like phase 1, he was enraged for many turns. And I was very surprised.
Really?
Yes. But the protection up from Kenobi made it so that it really didn't even matter because they were so bulky. I was very surprised. He almost lost.
So I guess you just have to. Sorry, I was going to say because phase 1.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, sorry. You just have to make sure like you're not getting any annihilates off. It was my thought process there.
Yes.
From not, you know what I mean.
So for the annihilates, he had used his special, the not stand your ground, but the standalone thingy. Unbreakable will. That's what it is.
Oh yeah.
And he got enough of them that it really didn't matter. He definitely went
Mm-hmm.
5 turns at least in Enrage. Like by the time he got to, let's see, by the time he got to, video quality is really bad. I want to say there was still like 70% of Nihilus left at Enrage.
That's nuts.
Yeah, ridiculous. More than that. There's at least 75.
And he just went ham.
Okay, here we go. Yeah. So he is now at Enrage with 75% damage left on Scion. Now, I already read the title where it said Sith Raid clear, and I'm like, there's no way. How are you going to go 75% of Nihilus? But he did. And what was really special about it is that the way he's able to get enough damage done, what will make Kenobi a good raid tune in this raid and in any raids going forward, including the Challenge Rancor, is that his special where he can target him, he deals damage, but then targets himself. And if he targets himself, it'll increase the damage of that move by 50% up to a max of 10 times.
Right.
So then by the end of it, he's got a 500%, or maybe if it's a 500% boost, it would be a 600% damage attack that in this solo, along with, the different passives and the basic from Shakti, there we go. The basic,
right? Okay.
Yeah, my brain's farting a lot today.
No, you're good. Right, because she's gonna give him offense up.
Right.
Right. Okay, I'm following.
Once you've got those, and you build that move up to 10, and maybe the stand your ground from the ultimate has something to do with it, but he was getting like 5 or 6 million damage crits from his special, so he can rival Supreme Leader Kylo when it comes to the damage category for raids.
Which is insane.
Insane. And unlike Kylo, he will do assist a lot because of his ultimate. So now, whereas with Kylo, anytime another tune takes a turn, you kind of don't care. You're like, I really only want Kylo to be taking a bunch of turns, dealing a lot of damage. But now, anytime one of these other characters take a turn, he'll assist for 400,000 or 500,000,
which is a massive chunk.
Yeah,
Frig.
ridiculous.
I don't know why, but when I read his kit, I did not think to use him in a raid. I mean, obviously you would want to try it, but it didn't scream like raid machine solo.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it didn't scream that to me. So
right.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. I'm curious what it'll be like with Cat.
Yes, it'll power him up even more.
Right?
And that move that he does only has a 2-turn cooldown. So you should actually be able to build him up quicker than Supreme Leader Kylo.
And you would target himself so that he does more damage. And that charges his ultimate faster, doesn't it?
Yes. I think it's a 25% charge.
I think so. It's like
just
24
from doing that
25
one move
something.
on him for himself. So
yeah, so that's massive.
Ultimate quicker.
Yep.
He targets himself. The other thing good about this team from the playbook was that he's got C-3PO on it, who's reducing the cooldowns.
Because of translation?
Yes.
Yeah.
So if he knew what he was doing, or if you were actually making a guide for this, you could have Kenobi target himself every turn in 10 straight turns. I'm going to rack up my damage to 5 million a hit with this move.
That's nuts.
So I think it'll be a lot less amp up time than it takes Supreme Leader Kylo to get to that point.
I might have to try that.
Yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait. I'm excited.
How close is your farm for him? Or is that a spoiler for later?
That's a spoiler. We'll get to it.
Okay.
It's moving along. It's moving along.
Okay. We'll go into detail.
We'll see.
What
was your I Love You, I Know? Yeah.
My I Love You, I Know. So I finally unlocked Slicker. Finally did it. And I took him. I did. And I took him right to Relic 8 as soon as I got him. All the Zetas. Just my method of farming tickets while you farm the gear for him worked out like absolutely flawlessly. I think I needed to buy like 20 stun guns or something at the end of it. So I just used some crystals, but it was perfect. So I got him straight there, gave him all of the relics. I was going to stop at relic 7 and then I got taunted by one of our guild mates for doing that. So I was like, all right. But the beauty is now that I'm farming his ultimate.
Yeah.
And what I am loving is I was super worried. So I haven't actually done the first part of his ultimate yet. I did tiers 4 and 5. But I was really worried that I was going to waste these 70 tickets. So I was super paranoid.
Oh, by losing.
Yeah, by losing. I was like, oh my God. So I just kind of watched a video or two on it. And then I didn't do any mod swapping. I was like, I'm just going to try this and use the same squad.
Yeah.
And Relic 8 Kylo does not matter. Doesn't matter if someone dies. He doesn't care. He's like, whatever. And just goes in there and wrecks Rey.
Nice.
It was great. I was like, this is quite nice.
Relic 8 Kylo is a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I was like, he's not even I just gave him some leftover mods for now. I was like, here, I'll figure you out later. And it was pretty nice. So I'm hoping that's gonna make my ultimate farm for him easier.
Yeah, he's a lot of fun.
Yeah. So I'm really loving that. And I got to play with him in Conquest. It was so fun. I was using him to finish the Dark Side team feat or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And I had him and his first order buddies down to 20% stamina. And it was not even close. They were just I went against a Phoenix squad. I'm not going to pretend I went against the hard team. But they were just wrecking it. I was just like, this is fantastic. Love this.
Yeah.
So.
He's great.
I feel a little dirty that I got him, but it's fine. Everything is fine. So that's my I Love You, I Know right now.
I want to say what my real I Love You, I Know was.
Okay.
I just wanted to throw in the bit about Kenobi and the raid. What my real one was my performance in the raid. Because this...
Which one? The Crankor or the Sith raid?
Crankor.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't care about the Sith raid anymore.
It's old news.
This last week is the first time that I've stopped attempting the Sith raid.
Really? Okay.
So now I don't even I got 50th one time. And I thought, what kind of crap luck is it that when I post my 0 compared to everyone else, I get last place. And then I got 44 another time, I think.
You just got to give it a little smack, just to knock you up. That's what I do. Just give it a little, throw a team in, hit auto, get out of there, go about your day.
Yeah. The rewards were awful.
Yeah, I believe that.
But it was, I'm bored with it.
That's fair. Okay, so Crankor.
Yeah, Crankor. My final score for the whole raid was 16,700,000.
For the whole raid.
Yeah. So I averaged 4.2 million each phase.
Which is nuts.
I was very happy.
Yeah.
I still don't know how to do the Ray team in phase 1 well. I'm still figuring that out. But
I have to remember. I always forget to hit the raid.
You need to remember. You do.
I need to remember, and then I will record it for you.
I need that.
But I'm so tempted to not, because so this last one that we did, I finished in rank 47 because I forgot, or 44. I was in the 40s. I tagged a 0, but I got Kairos, so I was like, "You're not enticing me to hit it."
You can get Kairos in the top ones too.
You can. Yeah. I just see more junk gear than. Maybe a good compromise is I'll only do phase 1 so I can record the video for you.
There you go.
And then I'll just sit out the rest of the raid.
There you go.
Yeah.
So
and we'll see how that goes.
I enjoyed it because I got to go through as many of my good teams as I could.
Mm-hmm.
So I ran my Sith Eternal team for about 4%. Then I ran on auto my Padme team for another million or so. Then I had my side project of the Imp Troopers.
Ooh, you got to use them.
I did. And they did about 1 million, which took 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
It was crazy.
That seems very fast.
So I think I haven't seen a video or strategy on them, but what I came up in my head really basic is that if you can give them in phase 3, where I usually run Kylo, I let them have the door drop. What's it called? The door panel that you have to knock out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. So I let them have that, so that they could have more turns in a row.
Okay, yeah.
And so that they could keep their buffs without him getting rid of them.
Yep.
And so the entire run, really all you have is 1 or 2 hits before the door panel, then the door panel topple, then until he hits you once or twice, dazes everybody after the door drop.
Right.
But within that short period of time, because of Piet's, increasing offense and everybody assisting each other, you can deal enough damage to make it worth your while. So let's see how much. I don't remember how much I ended up getting. Let's see. I'm pulling it up. So I got 1 million. 1 million damage.
That's still pretty good though for 2 minutes.
Yes.
That's nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah, I was happy. And then it turned out better, I think, that I didn't have the topple for my Kylo team. Don't know why. Don't know how. Maybe it was because the grab and eat that he does, the annihilate, was more predictable.
Could be.
But so then I had my best run yet of my Kylo team with, how much damage did I do? 4.8 million.
Was that in phase 2 or 3? I guess it
3.
doesn't matter.
Phase 3.
Nice.
4.8 million.
That's
after
nuts.
the nerf.
Yeah.
And by the end of it, so I don't know how much 4.8 million is in percentage.
Oh God.
But the amount of damage that the Rancor was dealing me, the final hit that killed my Kylo was 1,100,000 damage.
That's nuts.
So I don't think it would even be possible for me to get further than I did. I made it to Enrage, so that might have been part of it. The damage increase.
Man.
But yeah, I was very happy with that.
That's awesome.
I was very happy with that.
I like it. I like it. Okay. We have 2 questions in Discord Corner.
Let's do it.
If you would like.
Let's do it.
So one was from Discord Corner and one's on the stream. And doesn't matter which one. I guess it doesn't matter which one goes first.
Now you go for it.
Let's go with Darth JJ first because it's on the topic of Crancor.
Okay.
So he is saying, basically, considering how fast the raid is over, like Crancor gets killed, have you reconsidered which teams you use? Given the time it takes to mod teams, are there any mod sets you are willing to keep on those teams to not need to remod?
Good question. And I think beforehand I had planned to segue from that question into this.
See, we just did it backwards.
But I jumped the bullet. Yeah, we just did it backwards. So I ended up, just to brag, I did 13% with Kylo.
Oh, did you look it up?
I did.
Nice.
13%. I'm very happy. So my answer is that it is very difficult, especially depending on how fast your guild clears the Rancor. So I try to prioritize auto or quick teams first. I'm wondering if I need to ignore or not try to optimize my Ray team, because that one takes forever to me.
It does take a good, not a good chunk of time, but it does take it's definitely more than 2 minutes.
By the time I'm done with it, we're well into phase 2. And one of these last couple raids, I ran my Sith Eternal Emperor. I might have ran Padme. I don't even know if I did because for the sake of time. But then when I did the Rey team, phase 2 was done by the time I finished my Rey squad.
Yeah, that does not surprise me.
I was very upset.
Yeah, it takes a good chunk.
Yeah.
Especially if you're shooting for that 10% number.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So my personal prioritization, I run Sith Eternal Emperor because it's pretty quick, a nice 4% in phase 1. I have to ignore Padme now, go straight to the Rey squad. Phase 2, the only one I'm focusing on is my Vader team. Once I finish that, if I have time, my extra squads for Zerging phase 4, I'll throw in for more damage than they would normally get for the remainder of phase 2.
Okay.
Now these Zerg squads that I've come up with are all counter teams.
Interesting.
So Commander Luke lead, Hux lead, Rey with training Rey, but with the Resistance Bros who give counter to Resistance allies. And
because
go ahead.
I was gonna say that's really all you can do in phase 4 is counter.
Exactly.
Before you're dead.
Exactly. So each of those teams, if they counter well, are worth 300,000 to 500,000.
Yeah, which is a good chunk to add to your score.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've actually, in phase 4, gotten 2 million to 3 million total damage. When normally, once you get to phase 4, whoever's in top 5 is pretty set. You don't expect a lot of movement. So it's fun to try and sneak up higher.
Try and climb up the ranks.
Yeah.
Because especially with phase 4 too, because you die so quickly, and you can, like you said, you can only do 300 to 500,000 damage if you're lucky.
Yeah.
you're able to get more teams in phase 4. It doesn't like the phase doesn't end as quickly as say another phase does.
Right.
Or it might be the same amount of time, but you're able to get more teams in because your teams are dying so quickly.
Right.
Basically. Yeah.
And then I do my Imperial Troopers phase 3.
Mm-hmm.
Kylo phase 3. Then 2 Jedi squads in phase 4. I do a Jedi Master Luke. No. A Jedi Knight Revan, all attacker team.
Mm-hmm.
That's my best phase 4 team. Usually for 1 million or so. Then I do a Jedi Master Luke led crappy Jedi team. And they are just trying to survive long enough using whatever the granted ability is.
Okay, yeah.
On each other.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't care what their actual stats, offense, or capabilities are. I just need them to use that move.
Yeah, you just need them to go.
Right. And a 60k damage move is great in phase 4 from one character's hit. Because the real damage that they deal from the actual move is less than 10,000.
Man. Yeah, so.
Yeah, so that's what I do.
So I have not perfected a phase 2 squad, but now that I have Kylo,
yes, for sure.
Maybe I will try. What I would do, so I would have Rey in phase 1, and then because I didn't really have a very good phase 2 squad, it didn't really matter. At least for me, it didn't really matter what mods I had on them. So I was able to not have to worry about remodding in between.
Mm-hmm.
But I know a lot of people in our guild have actually built mod loadouts for each team that they're going to run. And their mod loadouts are unique for each squad. So they don't need to swap in between. You can hop from phase to phase to phase and not have to worry about swapping any mods and, getting out of the game if you use hot utils and going into hot utils or anything like that. So I think that's what I would do if I was doing multiple phases back to back. But generally speaking, if I'm going to hit Crankcore, I will only run the Rey squad because that is my highest damage dealing squad. Although we'll see. Maybe I'll do Kylo. Although
experiment.
Do I need his I guess I need his ultimate.
You need his ultimate.
Yeah, so maybe I'll give me a couple of weeks. We need some mats.
Without his ultimate, he will die.
Yeah, so I won't try him yet. But I will try him when I get his ultimate.
Like, I hate that there's no health steal.
Yeah.
These legends will just die from not being able to heal themselves.
Yeah. So it goes up. It ends pretty quickly. So, our second question was from Stonewall in chat, and he is asking for Jedi Knight Luke. Would you use a crit damage or an offense triangle when modding him? For Jedi Knight Luke.
For Jedi Knight Luke.
Mm-hmm.
Jedi Knight Luke.
I am pretty sure I have offense on him, but I'm also pretty sure that's because I don't have a lot of crit damage triangles.
I think crit damage would be better.
Mm-hmm.
So unless somebody is gaining crit damage from their kit,
mm-hmm.
and you're looking for damage output.
Oh, I do have a crit damage triangle on him.
Let's see. I've probably got protection.
Come on.
Because the bulkier he is, the more he can survive.
True.
No, I don't think I have protection. No, I have crit damage.
Okay.
I have crit damage. But I have an offense mod set.
Yeah, me too. It's an offense mod set, but a crit damage primary.
So unless a character has a low crit chance or crit damage built into their kit already, usually a crit damage triangle is always better. His leadership does have crit damage, but I don't ever use his leadership in the main areas it counts, like arena.
Yeah, I don't use it in arena. I was gonna say I use it in conquest a lot.
Yeah, it's good in conquest.
Yeah, but I don't in arena. Obviously, I don't.
So yeah, I think.
Oh, and I use it in territory battles a lot.
Yeah, that's a good one there too. But those are more survivability than damage output.
Yes.
All you got to do is survive till the end.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that crit damage is the better one.
All right. I think that's it for questions.
Nice.
So we can move on.
So let's go last but not least. Oh, real quick, let's check out the meta report.
Yeah, let's see if it's changed. Fleet hasn't, but let's.
Yeah.
I'm curious if anything has really come yet of
right.
Kenobi. Maybe not.
So we have 30% Jedi Knight Revan leads.
Shock, dismay.
24% Sith Eternal Emperor.
Okay.
22% Supreme Leader Kylo. And then 8% are the Bastilla Shan timeout team I told you about.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate
you
that
started
team.
seeing it now?
Oh, and it's so brutal because it's really hit or miss if I can beat it. And every single time when I time out, I'm like one hit away.
I know.
Literally.
It's
and
awful.
I'm like, ugh. Anyway.
That is what your new Supreme Leader Kylo is for.
Yeah. Okay. Him and for those and for C.
Yes.
But I don't think I can do anything yet without a result.
C does not have the damage output, in my experience, to kill Master Skywalker in time. But Supreme Leader Kylo, I'll put him in there with Watt. Watt will give him the protection buff. And then I can put it on auto. And he'll eventually beat them.
Man. Okay.
So that's how I take care of the Bastilla teams. We do have 6% Master Kenobi leads.
Man, 6%. That's actually a pretty big number.
For how few people will probably have him at this point.
Yeah, I was going to say, and he's only been out a week.
Right.
8 days, something like that.
So 6% have him at first, which is 615 teams. The squad that people are running mostly is Master Kenobi, General Kenobi, Ahsoka, General Skywalker, and Ki-Adi-Mundi. The other one swaps Yoda in for Ki-Adi-Mundi. So we'll see. We'll see.
I'm curious about it. So it's good. Maybe we'll keep our eye on that.
Yes, I'm curious what it will be 2 weeks from now. Whether people will still be using him in arena. Yeah, that'll be interesting.
I'm even more curious what it's going to be in
after Commander Ahsoka.
Yeah, which I believe that conquest is going to start on July 5th. I want to say. I'm doing the math in my head. I think it's the 5th because it starts on a Monday. So whenever that one ends, 2 weeks after that, that's what I'm curious for.
Yeah.
So call it like 4 weeks from now.
Yeah.
So in two episodes, we need to look.
Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good.
So,
And last but not least,
yeah.
let's head to Uncle Owen's Moisture Farm to talk about who and what we're currently farming in game. Because everyone knows work comes before going to Tashi Station to pick up power converters. So, Sarah, you just got your Kylo.
I did.
Congratulations.
I did get him. Thank you. So, obviously.
What now? What next?
What now? So originally my plan was Imperial Troopers. And they're once again on the back burner. So I am farming Bo-Katan shards, and I'm farming a whole bunch of gear for the Jedi Master Kenobi requirements. And since I need to farm tickets still for his ultimate, it's kind of working out because I can farm their dark side requirement, their dark side, the gear that is on dark side nodes that they need.
Yeah, that's good.
So that's basically what I'm doing right now. There's a lot of gear farming happening. So it's very boring.
Yes, it is.
Gear farming is probably one of the most boring parts.
Yes, it is. Even more boring, in my opinion, is the relic material farming.
Yeah, that's pretty boring too.
Because at least with gear, you're like getting parts of a piece. The piece
you can see the progress.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the piece give you stats that you care about, like, oh, this is going to be 2,000 more health, or blah, 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 blah. With these stupid relics, you're just farming the signal data, or you look at, the Zen Biddle card or the Electrium conductor, and you're like, oh, I only need 10 of those. That's not too bad. Oh, that's actually 100 of this Gear 12 piece that you need.
Don't like that.
It's not just 10. It's 100 mats of Gear 12 piece.
And when you look at it that way, it's much more depressing.
Yeah. Oh, and that reminds me of another gripe I have with this crappy update they did.
Oh, okay.
They redid the way they show mastery relic level stats.
Oh, they did?
Yes. They tried to make it cleaner by having at the top just your mastery and your health. Then a physical section and a special section.
Okay.
Whereas before, what you had was, I might have just been one big list of like health, protection, going down.
I think that's right, yeah.
Some wouldn't get boosted, but
some would.
Yeah.
I feel like you saw all of them.
Yes. Oh, yeah. It would be like you would have the top 3 that might be like health, damage, and something else. Then you'd have a middle section that sometimes would also be damage. So you'd have damage boosting in different spots.
Different areas, yeah.
Yeah. And then the final section would be your mastery. And it would show you how much your mastery was growing, which for attackers would always have damage or resistance, penetration, stuff like that. Well, now they changed it so that instead of having your health or offense in 3 different places, it's just one place. So you get to see the combined boost.
Okay. So it's cleaner, but...
Right. That's the intent, is to make you just see what the combined boost is.
You don't see the breakdown.
Right. What I dislike is that they completely removed the mastery section. Now they just tell you how much mastery you have, but the number means nothing.
Right.
It's what stats you get from the mastery that matter. So without knowing, because now there is no way in the game to look up how much mastery I've gained.
Yeah.
So I can see a move like Master Kenobi where he says he'll improve your mastery by 20%. Well, now in the game, I can't see what 100% of my mastery is to try and calculate what 20% is going to mean.
That's not fun.
That's a big design flaw. Because before, I could try and figure out with Kylo, with his stacking mastery, once I've used this move this many times, that's when he reaches plus 100% damage or plus 200% damage. Now it's impossible to do.
Oh.
Yeah. Now you just have to guesstimate or watch your own footage and be like, okay, once I gain this much mastery, my damage went up this much. But you don't know why specifically.
Oh. I don't like that.
I don't either. It's bad.
Don't like that. No.
They need to show us what the mastery, at least this could have been good. I'm fine with the special and physical section, but what they need is a mastery section still that says this is what your current mastery reward is.
Totally.
Because you used to be able, when they've made mastery such a big deal, such as having, let's see, aren't the Galactic Legends gaining, they gain health and protection based on mastery. Yeah, that's true. But I remember I used to be able to look at Malik, and he was one of the tanks that would gain protection and crit protection and armor, and I could see, okay, his mastery was plus 6,000 protection. So if he were to gain 100% mastery, that's another 6,000 protection.
Right, you're easily able to see that divide.
Yeah. Now it's invisible. Can't see it at all.
That's not good.
Yeah. Where were we before we got on that tangent?
You were going to tell me what you were farming.
Yeah. So I am refreshing Bo-Katan twice a day. I'm now at 2 out of 100. So I'm at least averaging 3 a day. More like 4 or 5 a day. I'm thinking within a month, I should have her ready.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So now my only fear is I'll finish her faster than the relics.
Yeah.
Because Yoda needs to be relic 8.
Which is
a ton of those blue signal data crap.
Yeah.
And I'm not even sure I have the gear to get the scavenger shop stuff.
I was going to say that gear for me is almost non-existent. For that first piece, I'm almost out.
Right.
Basically out.
Oh, yeah. I've been spending crystals on that.
Yeah. It's insane.
But if I were to take one of my... So I have to get Yoda to Relic 8. Relic 8 needs 20 impulse detectors. For the impulse detectors, even if I spent the 20 impulse detectors means that you need 200 of the Gear 12 yellow pieces.
Okay, yep.
So that'll take out my whole bank of the med pack stuff and the slicer, the little knife.
The little knife guy, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't have enough right now to take 2 characters to Relic 8.
It's nuts.
I just barely have enough. And that's hoping that none of my characters need med packs at Gear 12.
Yeah.
Because if Bo-Katan or General Master Kenobi need it, I won't have enough.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't even want to look at that. I'm going to have to, and I don't want to.
Yeah. Relics are not, it's not just a simple, all you gotta do is farm some signal data.
Yeah, that's not the...
Gear's not an issue anymore. Just go to the scavenger. Gear doesn't matter.
All of that gear you have sitting there. Oh,
yeah. No.
Not so much.
No.
Ugh.
Like I have 200 arrow magnifiers, the stuff you get from the Rancor.
Right. And you can't use them.
If I could do 10 characters right now up to Relic 8, but I don't have the Gear 12 gear.
For the other half of it.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Yeah.
That's annoying. But the Bo-Katan's almost there.
Mm-hmm.
And the only ones I have left to meet the requirements are Yoda, who's now Relic 6, Jango, who's Relic 5, and Shaak Ti, who's Relic 5.
Mm-hmm.
So if I can get 2 more on each of them, the top 2 hardest for each of them within the next month, it should line up perfectly.
That's pretty good.
A Bo-Katan getting ready as well as them. I think it can be done.
Oh man.
I think by the end of July, I'll have General Kenobi, Master Kenobi.
Man. I haven't even looked at how I think it's gonna be at least all summer for me. It's just too much gear.
Makes sense.
It's so much gear. But oh well, it's fine.
The one that I'm thinking of refreshing that I really want to is Tech. Because I want him to replace C-3PO on the raid team in the raid.
But I don't know if that would work.
If anyone has him and would like to work on a video with me on that. Because if Tech were to replace C-3PO, you should be able to increase your damage output by 50%. Because I'm curious. You have another clone building up Rex's special.
That's true. So you would get to it faster.
No, you'd build up your damage. So the translation works exactly the same.
Yeah.
And
I'm curious then if it will.
You can stealth and heal with the other moves that Tech has.
Which would be good for survivability.
Yeah. He puts, let's see, he can give himself foresight, stealth. Yeah, I think he would work better than C-3PO.
I'm curious if he would.
I think he will work better. And he'll be another clone. So every time you were doing 1 million damage with Rex, you'll be doing 1.5 million.
I do like that. That could be good. You just have to make Tech fast.
Just as fast as C-3PO. And he gets speed for each clone trooper ally.
You can get a little bonus.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he will be a beautiful addition to that team.
He doesn't confuse though, does he?
He does not confuse. Does that ever help you?
The good thing with confuse is it stops the little side pigs from taunting. So that when you have Rex's Rexalate ready to go, his aerial advantage ready to go, you can just pop it off on the main pig and not get stuck behind a taunt.
Do you not kill the pigs?
You can. It just ends up giving more turn meter to the pig, to the main one, the main guard, because you're hitting them. So like with Rey, I would hit the sides with Rey.
Right. Yeah, I've never had them last long enough in the few times I've run it to be a problem.
Just a thought. Just some parting thoughts.
Yeah. We will see once we eventually get them. That said, thank you for joining us this week, everybody listening. Thank you, Sarah.
No problem. Thank you.
That ought to do it. And until next time, Chewie, we're home.